Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I made a video a couple days ago, well, last week, explaining just some of the new PAs, new PA that we do get, besides the ones from Hero, because they don't count, and then the new techniques, the three new ones that count. And that's about it for new PAs. Of course, there's more stuff that's new, but I did want to address one thing, and that's new class skills that every single class will get. So this will be your level 85 skill, usually just requiring a single point in them. Some skills are really good and some are trash. So I'll show you which ones every class gets, and I'll even show you the other two successor classes, which will be Phantom and Etoile, just for the heck of it. So why not? So anyway, when episode 5 drops, we're hoping sometime this month, we're going to have a slew of new stuff to do and all that stuff, etc. Like I said, more videos coming, but more importantly, hitting 85 will grant you new skill. So hitting level 80 granted you another skill already to just increase damage you do. Every class got the same one, but the level 85 skills are totally different. So we'll go over every single classes, and I'll show you their skills, whether or not you should invest in them. I mean, honestly, with some of these skills only requiring 1 point, be best why not. So first we'll talk about will be Hunter. So Hunter has a skill called War Track. Pretty much it'll boost the effects of War Cry, and then it'll inflict gelling on enemies. So this is really good for doing some very offensive stuff or even defensive stuff, taking people off of you or whatever, and then throwing gelling on them. So in case you don't know what gelling is, gelling drops attack, and if it was in the game, which I don't think it is, Zalor drops defense, but I doubt that's in the game. It's in Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2, so that sucks, but I think if Zalor was in this game, enemies would die way too fast. So that's just the gist of it. Anyway, we're going to move on to Fighter. So they have Limit Break Insurance, or in NA it'll probably be Overdrive Insurance, and survive fatal blows during Limit Break with 1 HP remaining, and LB is cancelled and the cooldown is extended. So pretty much gives you the effect of Iron Will if you're subbing Hunter, which I hope you're subbing Hunter, and then it'll just cancel out your Limit Break, and then your cooldown for your Limit Break or Overdrive, which just be that much longer. So it's a good skill, but surviving fatal blows, I'm not sure if it'll stack with Iron Will. I believe it does stack with Iron Will. I'm not sure which effect will cancel out what or anything like that. If Iron Will is used, or since Limit Break Insurance is 100%, that might get used or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Limit Break Insurance will get used. And then after that, 75% chance with Iron Will that you'll survive the next hit and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. If you are subbing Hunter, and if you have faith in your Iron Will at 75% chance to keep you alive, and then this, if you're not subbing Hunter, will be just as fine. Hopefully you're using Limit Break, which I hope you are, or Overdrive, I'm sorry. And if you're subbing something else, then that'll help with that. Anyway, Gunner is, Ranger is X-Trap, so it just boosts the power and range of your tool skills. So it'll be helpful if you use your grenade, stun, and all that stuff. It'll help with the power and the range, especially and I can't remember the name of the grenade that pulls everyone together. That'll help a lot, especially with the range, getting more people and stuff like that. So it's a good little skill for a Ranger. Now for Gunner is another S roll. So changes S roll arts into a wide range attack and increases its power. So I can see lots of use to this. I'm not a Gunner by any means. I've played Gunner on my other character, and it's very enjoyable before they nerfed the hell out of it, because way back when it was overpowered. If anyone's ever played it on JP, it was pretty overpowered, but they did a lot of nerfs to stuff like the chaining and stuff like that. So anyway, that could prove really useful. There's a little thing that they do in JP when they're playing Gunner, where they can just keep spamming the dodge and one of the moves, I can't remember what it is, and you have to look it up. It's pretty broken. Not sure if that's been patched, but yeah, people do that and could do copious amounts of damage. So anyway, Force, which I feel is probably the dumbest one. So it reduces charge time of raw techniques for 20 seconds after activating Photon Flare. Now, if you've watched my Force Guide videos, it's one of my more popular videos. You know how I am on Photon Flare. Only use Photon Flare if your weapons and the elements you're using and the damage you're dealing is just low. But you know, if you got great weapons, great augments, focus onto all of your different elements and stuff like that, you can do just great without Photon Flare. Photon Flare to me is just a waste of skill points. You could put them into way more different stuff, and that's just my stance on it. A lot of other people, they'll use it because, you know, if they think they've got a lot of value to it, it's just temporarily will boost your tech attack, and then, you know, the skills afterwards, I mean, I guess okay, but, you know, if you've done your skill trees right, done your weapons right, your units right, you can do way more damage that you can do from the temporary boost to Photon Flare, which is 200 tech attack. It's just not worth it. Plus 200 is, it's a nice amount, but for the cooldown and how long it lasts, I don't think it's worth it. Again, you could put your skills into way other ones. But if you want to see how I have my skills and stuff like that, check out my other video. It'll be more helpful for that. So Techers, I think, is really cool. So Party Assist will throw Shift and D-Band as you cast them to all members in the same area. So effectively what that means is casting Shift, I believe, will cast D-Band as well. So then you can hit everyone in the same area. It's kind of like a very wide Shift and D-Band. I wish my Techer was high enough so I can show you guys, but when you're doing all party members, that's good. So you're not really missing people. You can just hit them however far away. I think it's either a weapon that does that or a ring that lets you cast Shifta and D-Band at the same time by just casting Shifta, or casting D-Band will cast Shifta, vice versa. I don't think it's this skill. I think it's a ring that does that. So I know there's more rings coming to episode 5, and I think that's one of them. So Braver is Braver combination, so it'll boost your critical hit rate with the katana or bows equipped, pretty much using those two main Braver weapons. And then using the bow while gear is released maintains the effect. So if you're a bow Braver, that'll help really well. And if you're just a pure katana Braver, then having the extra crit at 50%, pretty gnarly. If you already have a lot of crit on Braver, this will make it so you can just do that much more critical damage. And just keep in mind that all these skills are for main class only, so, you know, of course. And you can't sub this at all or anything like that, so just, you know, keep that in mind. And Bouncer, which is dodge autofield. Dodging an attack with Mirage Step will activate all learned field skills. So that's pretty nuts. I know they get a lot of those little auras for like dealing crit damage and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Just all your field skills all at once, so you can do some pretty gnarly damage, especially if you have a Braver by you with critical hit chance. Yeah, just think of the potential damage you'd be helping to everyone, kind of like a pseudo Techer, lots of support stuff. So it's a nice little buff to have. I just learned it, you know, especially if you're using all of your moves, all of your field at the same time, you may as well just learn it. It's really cool. Summoner, I don't play Summoner, so I can't give you any advice at all. So I don't even know what Alter Ego does. So, you know, if you play Summoner, you Summoner main, good. So during Alter Ego, if you have an active pet, damage taken is reduced, cancel status effects when hit. So again, I don't know what Alter Ego does, etc. If you, like I said, if you use Summoner, that'll be great for you. Anyway, moving on to Hero. So now we're at the Scion classes or successor classes. So Hero Refresh will consume 50% of the hero gear, recover your HP, PP. Hero will boost hero boost, and increases damage each time you deal damage. So I would say this is a little broken. It's a great ability, especially the attack power up plus 999, but the cooldown is really long. But I will say This is another great skill, but it does require you to have your gear. And gear for hero is a little hard to accumulate if you're not doing a lot of damage, or if you're not like switching between your weapons and stuff, which is more faster to get your gear up. You may not get past 50% during your quest, but I'm pretty sure you will. If you're by yourself, yeah, you will. If you're with other people, it'll take a minute to get there, but if you're doing a lot of damage, yeah, your gear will go up. It's a nice skill to have. Now for my favorite class, Phantom, I'm not gonna even pronounce that. I'm not gonna even try. So it reduces damage taken when at 50% or lower and nullifies status effects, and is a recast. So you'll get a barrier when you have 50% or lower, and it reduces a lot of damage. So yeah, reduction is 80%. So yeah, it lasts for 3 seconds. It's a really great ability. I mean, you can get tossed around a lot as a Phantom if you're not using your text to help you do Mirage dodge or stuff like that. Yeah, you can take some pretty good damage, and the recast is only, cooldown is only 30 seconds. So I think this is a really cool ability. So like I said, any of these except for the Force one, which I'm strongly like, yeah, I don't like that ability, you should use. Finally, we have a Twirl, and a Twirl will. So upon nearly dying, become invincible for a short time, recover all HP, PP, and gears restored. So this is a very broken skill, and that's why it's only once per quest. You're invincible, and then you recover all your HP and your gear. So I'm not sure when I'm going to do another video on a Twirl, because it's a weird class. It's a very strange class. It's very cool to use, but it can take some getting used to, and I haven't used it as much to even give you a small consensus on how the class is. I know it's really fun to play, but man, like the weapons and stuff and how they're used can confuse people. They'll have a hard time with the class, but when you do training and you get used to everything, depending on if you play with keyboard, mouse, controller, it'll take some getting used to, but I do like it. One thing about a Twirl that a lot of people won't like is you learn a skill that no one can heal you. Well, they can heal you for 1 HP, and you're left healing yourself. So let me find that skill. I think it's Damage Balancer. Yes, so significantly reduces damage taken, reduces the amount of HP you heal from everything not consumable. So at max level, a reduction's at 70%. That's pretty much people are gonna be healing you for 1 HP. So yeah, and I like this skill right here. I'm just showing it because it's more tanky than Hunter. It's a really tanky class, but it could do a lot of damage too. But anyway, that's all for this video. Just showing you all your level 85 skills. Let me know what you guys think. And I know there's some people who play Force will be like, why shouldn't I learn this? Why should I not learn this? My personal opinion is don't learn it. Use that 1 skill point to learn something else. You're gonna get 10 more. So, you can improve already what you learn, or you can get other skills like PP up or stuff like that. So anyway, hope this video helped you guys out. Maybe helped you decide what are you gonna do with those extra 10 skill points and stuff like that. So I have another video to put out soon, and this has more to do with Zeke's weapon shop, because there's a lot more that needs to be explained to a few people. A lot of people understood because they probably played in JP how to get certain weapons, but yeah, stage weapons, they take forever. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more future PSO2 videos and other types of videos if Phantasy Star wasn't the hot thing. So till next time, guys, catch you later. Bye bye.